competition is proudly brought to you by Placemakers.
It's been a tough couple of weeks in New Zealand for the Stormers. A win over the Chiefs before they left South Africa, but since then, a couple of 50-point hidings from the Crusaders and the Highlanders. Now they come to the capital to play the Hurricanes, of rampant Hurricanes, who are third at the moment in the New Zealand Conference, with the Crusaders leading the Chiefs in a tough conference. The Stormers, though, despite their 3 losses, are still well and truly in front in Africa 1 from the Bulls, Cheetahs, and the Sun Wolves. As we venture inside the visiting dressing room, they realise that they really need to finish this New Zealand tour on a high note. It hasn't gone their way so far, so let's have a look at the team that will line out. And Mbonambi and hooker is the most experienced, with 5 test matches played for the Springboks last year. Into the middle row, and no Etzebeth, no De Toy, so De Klerk and Van Sale have to do the job in the middle row. Sia Khaleesi is the captain. Carr and Van Dijk make up the loose trio. The 9 and 10 of Duganaka and Dupria. And a familiar face in the midfield, Sean Treby, plays domestic rugby for Wellington on this ground, with Phil Ewan, Lades, Murray and Colby make up the back 3 for the Stormers. And the 8 players on the bench tonight for the visitors from South Africa. Okay, inside the Hurricanes room, as we introduce former All Black Christian Cullen.
Yeah, good evening, Nisbo. Well, the Hurricanes will be well rested after their bye week. Will be looking to carry on their form against the Brumbies. Front row, Ben May, Ricky Riccatelli and Jeff Tuamanga Allen. The hard-working lock-forward partnership of Mark Abbott and Via Fafita. And Artie Severe moves back to number 8. The hard-working Brad Shields and Callan Gibbons at number 7. The informed TJ Perenara and Bowden Barrett team up again at 9 and 10. And the try-scoring duo of Nani Laumapi and Vince Assol. And the dangerous back 3, Julian Severe, Geordie Barrett and Corey Jane on the right wing. And I've no doubt you will see these men get a run tonight, the 8 reserves.
Okay, let's get conditions for the game. Here's Ian Smith.
Thanks, Nisbo. Gorgeous day in Wellington has turned into a wonderful evening as the moon reflects over the top of the stadium tonight. It is a really good, clean-cut playing surface, but because we're getting closer to winter and the temperatures are cooler, we get the dew effect. So it's quite a nice coating of dew on the surface. Might make the ball a little bit slippery, but by and large, conditions pretty well perfect for this match tonight.
Thank you, Smithy. As we see the Stormers, Sia Khaleesi leading them onto the field. And as I said right at the start, they've had a tough time of it here in New Zealand, with big losses to both the Crusaders and the Highlanders. And Sia Khaleesi, inspirational captain, 16 test matches for the Springboks, 2 of those against the All Blacks. And here's Sean Treby. He'll be well familiar with this ground, 71 matches for Wellington. So the Stormers out there to be joined in the moment by the Hurricanes. Big win over the Brumbies at their last start. Prior to that, the Blues and the Waratahs. They did take a bye last week. Next week against the Crusaders. Then they go on tour to South Africa and play the Cheetahs and the Bulls. TJ Perenara, again the captain, in the continued absence of Dane Coles. And just a couple of changes from their previous game in Napier. Artie Savir, as Cully mentioned, going back to number 8 for the 4th time this season. And he's played in 7 of the 8 games and has scored 4 tries and has looked very good in that number 8 jersey. And of course, Bowden Barrett, one of the more dominant players in this entire competition. Not doing the goal kicking currently, but certainly running the games that he's involved in. Glenn Jackson has the whistle tonight. Brendan Pickerel, Ben O'Keefe, his assistants, and Glenn Newman is the television match official. As we're almost set to roll here, Robert Dupree with the ball to get this match underway. As Smithy said, conditions perfect, so no hint of a breeze even in the stadium. Mark Abbott, who's in rare try-scoring form. Good crowd building up. Referee Jackson blows the whistle, and Dupree gets the game underway. The Stormers against the Hurricanes in Wellington, taken down by Jane, and off it goes to Brad Shields, who breaks the initial tackle as Perenara works it away for Bowden Barrett, and his kick finding a bit of turf is fielded by fullback SP Murray, and he takes it into Hurricanes territory. Duvanaka makes the kick, and this is a good kick too, and it just eluded the flying winger Colby, and that could have been really dangerous if the bounce had gone the right way for the Stormers.
Well, we talked about it pre-match. Colby's a man you need to get in the game. He's very dangerous, pretty quick, and he's got an eye for the opportunity there.
So Riccatelli with the first line-out throw of the evening. Shields takes it in, delivers for Perenara. Bowden Barrett sends it off to Laumapi. Geordie Barrett trying to free up Corey Jane. Pushed his man out of the road, but the defence got there pretty smartly in the end. As Perenara feeds it up to Bowden Barrett. This is via Fafita. Now Artie Savia caught behind the advantage line. Don't often see that. Loose pass. In fact, it's gone into the hands of Phil Ewan. The referee's got the arm out, though, and the ball's been lost forward.
Well, that was a good defensive effort there from the Stormers. Just work together across the field, and that's what they need to do. You see Artie Savia here getting double-team tackled. The steal. Just here, you just think they need to hold on to that. There's opportunities.
Quite a few changes in this Stormers team. Several heavyweight players have gone home. Even Etzebeth, Peter Steph Dutoy. So the onus now on some of perhaps the lesser members of the pack to step up here tonight, as Perenara gets it a little quicker than he would have liked. Laumapi, who has been in devastating form this season. Perenara gets his boot to it, and so he's judged it very well. He would have been holding his breath a wee bit. Mbonambi to throw. Oh, he's offside. He stayed there.
Outside the line out.
Did Mark Abbott, and as a result penalised.
It's an interesting decision here for the Stormers. They go to the corner and try, obviously get the try. It looks like they are. Don't worry about the 3 points.
Well, it's not such a great kick. It's gone down as far as the 22. Abbott had to retire there. Came through, but quite clearly offside. Ball retained, but it's up too high. Has to hand it off to his skipper, Talisi. He in turn finds Mbonambi. Quickly there is Colby playing at halfback. Now Duvanaka clears it away. Offside play against the Hurricanes. Duvanaka again. Dupree. Oh. Corey Jane thinking about the intercept. They're still playing under advantage, so they've got to go back for the penalty anyway. Hurricanes offside in midfield. Now, this might well be a case for 3 points.
Well, at the moment, Smithy, the Stormers are doing everything right. They're in the right position of the field. They're putting pressure on the Hurricanes defensively, and they're getting the rewards.
Yeah, they are, and predominantly the whole 4 minutes and 40 seconds has been played in Hurricanes territory, and it's vitally important that they come away with points to show for that. In the past, I think sides have tried to be a little bit too adventurous, and that has resulted in nothing for their effort. So 3 points here will do them the world of good. Remembering, of course, they've conceded 57 in each of their other 2 matches in this country.
So they're underway. A penalty goal kicked by Robert Dupria, and so the Stormers have the early lead by 3 points to 0. Beauden Barrett makes the kick-off, taken down by Chris van Dijk. Now Duvenaker quite happy to shift it around inside the 22 to find a more favourable position to make the clearance, and Dupria does. He hasn't got it out though. Now Geordie Barrett, he'll take it into the defence, hands it off to Adi Savia, and Perinara waits, delivers it up for Riccatelli. Low pass, nicely handled by Beauden Barrett. Now Marpi off to Ussel. Good tackle by number 8 Carr. Plenty of pressure coming here from the Stormers.
Backwards.
It's gone backwards. Play on, says the referee, and it's a good turnover as Khaleesi makes the kick. Hurricanes having to scramble back in defence, and Geordie Barrett, he's only 15 metres away.
Stay on, mate.
And has held it up well enough.
Use it.
So Perinara is going to use the big men. Off it goes to Shields.
Use it.
Perinara. Back for Beauden Barrett. And the clearance down towards the 22.
Well, you see there the pressure. They're coming through. Treby picks it up. And this here, just a nice little grubber through. I like that, putting pressure back onto the Hurricanes.
3 points to 0. Stormers lead. Imanambi throws. Up goes Van Sale. Hurricanes driving them outside the 22. Now back inside the 22 for Duvenaker. Off it goes to Treby. Ducks under a couple of tackles. Good run by Sean Treby. And this time the penalty goes the Hurricanes' way. And last man up is Nizam Carr.
It was a nice run from Treby, wasn't it? Went through Callum Gibbons' tackle. Got over the vantage line. As we said, we know he's a big, powerful runner. He almost went under Callum Gibbons. Perinara gets him, and then it was nice for a pick and go there also. And Adi Severe, strong as he is over the ball, a tough man to get out the way.
Line out for Abbott. There's Beauden Barrett. Adi Savia looming out in the back line. Takes it up near the 10-metre line. Perinara back for Beauden Barrett. Sending fullback Murray back and onto his left boot. So here comes the possible counter-attack. Beauden Barrett drops a little kick in behind. Ball sits up and then charged down now by Shields. Gave it away for Lau Marpi. Just lost his footing. Makes it to the 22. And it will be there for Perinara. Beauden Barrett. Here's a little cross kick. Beautifully done, Corey Jane. First try tonight in the game.
Yeah, from a charge down from Brad Shields, and then the turnover. Then we've seen this so many times before. You see the chip kick here, and they're trying to play territory, the Stormers. The charge down, but the vision once again from Beauden Barrett to his winger, Corey Jane, who just knows what's going on. We know how good he is. The crossfield kick, the hands, the angle. No chance for the Stormers. Pretty happy about that.
Yeah, a couple of things come to mind there. It was a poor opportunity to get themselves out of trouble. Dylan Lage was the player that delayed his kick, and that was very, very costly in the charge down. The other thing was that Robbie Fleck during the week said we know full well he kicks to the wingers so often. They didn't protect it first time round. Pinpoint accuracy, Beauden Barrett's speciality, and who better on the end of it than Corey Jane.
What a great angle he ran. So his 32nd try in Super Rugby, Corey Jane, in his 115th game. Ten and a half minutes gone, 7-3. There's Jane on the end of the kickoff once more. Perinara fed it up to Shields. Perinara for Geordie Barrett, and he makes the clearance down as far as Dupria. Murray looking to link up. Away it goes to Treby. Beautifully anticipated by Perinara. Now he somehow got to free this, and in fact
Let him up.
the Stormers didn't allow him to do so, and thus the penalty.
Yeah, that's a great piece of skill from TJ Perinara there, knowing he couldn't get that ball on the full. He puts his body on the line, slides into it, secures it.
Well, that's not easy to do on a dry ground, let alone one that is a little bit slippery. Not a bad kick from Treby because it found space, but the space was beautifully covered. And see how far he slid. That's an indication of just how dewy it is on top, which accentuated just how good those skills were from Perinara.
Riccatelli goes short to Shields. Oh, broke down. They tried to work it away. And I think the Stormers were a bit lucky to get away with that one.
Were they what? Nisbo, that had disintegrated their line out. They were through if they'd a bit more cohesion.
I think Ben May's eyes were quite wide open there. He's seen the try line, but he had about 30 metres to run, I think.
Just have a look at the gap that opens up here.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Oh, big scrum from the Hurricanes, but they pushed on an angle.
Far side. Far side. Back here. Far side. Angle.
That's one for the front rows, I think. Smithy, I never know. You think when a team's got the upper hand and they get penalised.
Well, as a senior statesman, Jeff Tumunga Allen, of course, who's on the other side, was the first to question Glenn Jackson. He said, no, not you, the other side. So that ended that conversation very quickly.
Bongi Mbanangi to throw. Taken down by the skipper.
Down my back.
Duvanaka organising some runners. In fact, he's put the kick in. Julian Savia, who hasn't been in the game yet, takes the mark and the catch and slings it away to Geordie Barrett. And he puts the foot down, Geordie Barrett. Off it goes to Jane. And Corey Owen slipped a lovely pass back to Perinara, and that'll be a head-high tackle. And the player knows immediately.
High tackle. From who? Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
It was out first before the high tackle.
It's still dangerous.
Foul play,
Yeah.
So Beauden Barrett with the banana kick Pretty good too.
Nice little offload here from Corey Jane, a nice little pop. And I think, yeah, Geordie Barrett looked like he'd stood out before that head-eye, but nonetheless, still foul play.
Again, Shields at the front of the line out. Jane reaches up, hands it off to Laumapi, bounces out of a couple of tackles. The ball is loose. It's been knocked on by both teams, I think.
Then black.
So the first knock on came from the Stormers, and it'll be a Hurricane scrum.
And a dangerous position too, Cully, for the Hurricanes to try some magic here. Usually they set up with a Barrett either side of the scrum with a decent blind. We'll just see how they work this one through.
See Geordie and Corey Jane working their way over to the right-hand side there. And then obviously Bowden on the left side with his dangerous midfield pairing.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Perenara got it very quickly, and he goes for a long run, Perenara, and drops a little kick in. Now the chasers are coming, and Carr wins it. Barrett's claiming it. It's a question of whether Carr put it on the ground or whether Geordie Barrett ripped it off him before he actually got it on the grass.
I also want to see how we start playing.
I agree, but I think that it was put into in goal by Hurricanes. And then we'll check that. So we'll restart with a 22.
Okay. So Glenn, we've got no try. Okay, and we think that it was taken in, so we'll start with a 22 dropout if it's no try.
So a couple of things to look at.
Try, we've got no try though.
Glenn Newman is our
22
man.
dropout.
So Nizam Carr's taken it back. How did he get it on the ground?
Has he stripped this? He has been taken back by Blue.
Oh, tell you what, I'm not sure that he got the ball to ground, Nizam Carr.
From first glance, you would think not. He's done all the hard work, hasn't he? He's got there first. But
it's clearly up now, isn't it? A long way, and I don't think it touched it, Cully. So it's a question here with the elbow stay inside the field of play before he forced it. Was it on?
yeah, that's well in.
Gee whiz, this could be freakish. The Barretts can do anything, and that is astonishing if it's worked.
Jacko.
Yep.
So the ball was carried back by Blue. However, the Blue player has never grounded the ball.
Yep.
The ball has come free and then been grounded by the Hurricanes player.
Okay.
Therefore, it's a try.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Well, there it is. A very unusual try, but a try nonetheless has been scored by Geordie Barrett.
Yeah, it was a great option there off the scrum. You see the ball comes out reasonably quick. TJ Perenara knows that Murray, the fullback, is on the other side. And there, well, you take those, don't you, 50-50, but you see Barrett has just carried on, ripped it, and given it a crack, and he's been given it.
Well, it was the big blind side. We worked that out. They did go right. Perenara was allowed to run a long way. The ball was taken back. Did he have ample opportunity to force it? That's the key. Or had he just kept going, he would have slid over the dead ball line anyway. Wow, just freakish. And this will probably add to it.
Well out to the right with the conversion attempt, but Geordie Barrett comes up with his third try of the season. And you see that Nizam Carr, the number 8, did really well to get back. He did take it back, but he just couldn't get it on the grass. And Geordie Barrett has ripped it off him and scored.
It was one of those bounces too where it was reasonably high and he's caught it up above his head. Geordie has just got underneath him enough to hold it up.
Abbott winning the kickoff. Perenara waits. Off it goes to Shields, who's doing a lot of the donkey work once again. Now Bowden Barrett. This one well and truly in the field of play. It's taken down by Cheslin Colby. Duvenaka is there. He's going to ask his forwards to do a bit of hard work as the Hurricanes come pouring through in the form of Artie Savia. The kick through is fielded by Geordie Barrett. He fires the pass off to his brother. And Beauden Barrett finding space once more down near the 10-metre line. Fielded by Finuan. Now Dupria. And the Hurricanes through Perinara. He jabs a little kick in behind and chases hard. Nice offload to Lades. And Perinara makes the tackle and gets shoved out of the road. Carr right to halfway as Duvenaka waits. Now Dupria again puts boot to ball, but once again well read by Geordie Barrett. Down it goes for Robert Dupria once more. This time it's Beauden Barrett, and safely inside the 22. He decides to use the touchline, and a good raking punt too by Beauden Barrett.
With a kicking duel there, I think about 20-odd players just stood on the halfway line and watched that unfold. Well, that's, I think, a thing for me, Smithy, is the Stormers do not want to get into that game. No. It breaks up and gives Hurricanes opportunities.
Well, they've just got to be more accurate. And when they kick, they've got to kick to space, not to Barrett, either one of them.
Struggling to get this one back here, the Stormers. They will eventually, though, as Duvenaka.
Use it!
Now he gets it away. It's pretty much gone straight up in the air, and Julian Savia read it well. And so the Hurricanes have possession back. The Stormers handing it over again as Geordie Barrett, not such good pass. Ussel, good thrusting run, tried to find a man on the outside, but it's Dylan Lades who comes away with it, and the Stormers in possession just on their own side of halfway. Oh, thumping tackle by Shields, and the Hurricanes go over the top, but the Stormers have got numbers there. Duvenaka, Treby hands it on for Carr. Good run by the number 8. He's shown good pace in the game so far. As Treby comes away with it. Now Duvenaka serves it up for Funsale. Duvenaka again. Here is Maria. Written down in the tackle. Hurricanes pouring through. And they've won the penalty. Neither side protecting the ball terribly well.
No, they're not. And Smithy talked about it before as well. You've got to look after it a bit more. The ball is greasy. The ground is dewy. Just protect it a little bit more. But you see there a couple of, once again, aimless box kick, I thought, from the Stormers. Giving it back to Julian Savia. Just unnecessary pressure they're putting themselves under. This hit here lined them up. Brad Shields under the rib cage. Take that.
"21 minutes gone, first half. 2 tries to 0. 12 points to 3. Riccatelli
Gibbons at halfback.
suggesting it. They might have a rumble here. Bit of a drive. Have to step over a fallen body, and they're still going here. Looking pretty promising. Riccatelli holds it up. Now the Stormers getting their men there. And he's got 2 penalties here. And he's going to the pocket.
Straight in the side, taking it out.
So Imbanambi is going to spend time in the bin, and that won't help the cause at all. They'll have to get another front rower on and lose somebody else.
Well, that's a massive confidence booster in it, isn't it, for the Hurricanes? You talk about Richard Watt talking about they ain't got the biggest forward pack in this competition, the Hurricanes, and this Stormers pack by no means are small. They are big men, but the Hurricanes just destroyed their line-out drive there. Went through, got the penalty, got the yellow card, and now looks like they're going to scrum. Put more pressure on them.
Well, which means Ramon Samuels has to come on. They have to have a specialist hooker, of course. So 16 on Ramon Samuels, and they have to lose a loose forward. And that looks as if they've lost Van Dijk. The big number 6 has gone from there. So a real advantage here for the Hurricanes, who were dominant 8 on 8 not that long ago.
Julian Savia right across on this near touchline. So Perinara gets it in. Scrum holding up okay at the moment, the Stormers. They've got to use it. So Perinara delivers it up to Beauden Barrett. Here comes the Wipers kick. Julian Savia waits. He's well contained. He looks to flick it up. Does so to Geordie Barrett. He gets it back inside to Julian Savia. And he scores. It was a 1-2. Geordie Barrett, Julian Savia.
Yeah, it certainly was. And we talked about this before. Very, very hard to defend. If you have a look at the Hurricanes back 10, 14, 12, 13, all very, very tight, which makes the Stormers' defence congested as well. And there's one guy out trying to cover Julian Savia. There he is. He's a big man to stop, to put down. They need to put him on the ground. The offload, Geordie Barrett, the backflip. And here he goes, just uses the power and the ground to slide over.
Yeah, he was on his own, wasn't he, Murray? He did very well because he stopped Savia and he actually forced Geordie Barrett to have to make an in-pass. Savia got to his feet and, well, he got over in the end. Slippery ground helping him a wee bit with a bit of momentum. Very, very hard to defend, but Murray almost did it. They knew it was coming.
Geordie Barrett looking to convert, and this time he's pulled it away to the left, and it's 17 points to 3. Julian Savia with his 43rd try in Super Rugby in his 96th game. Dupree kicks off again and came off Abbott, and this will be Stormers' ball. So untidy, but a good kick-off nonetheless.
Well, you call that pinpoint. There's not much room for error there for Abbott. He went up and then threw his hands onto TJ Perinara, but he was standing out. So this is a chance here for the Stormers to get some points and stay down here and put pressure on this Hurricane side.
Samuels, the new hooker, finding Fun Sail, and a nice drive here. Very nice. Tumungarellan has to get out of the road. Now here is Samuels, just got isolated for the moment. The referee, though, has got the arm out. So Duvanaka waits. Ball there on the 22. Back now, Dupree drops the little kick in behind.
Inside, 6.
And playing under advantage, and was against Brad Shields.
6. Number 6.
Well, already I think even after 26 minutes, Cully kicking for goal was out of the question.
Yeah, well, you just heard the forwards there with the Stormers do it again. So you would think they'd go to the corner.
Some young men in this pack. Nisbo's talked about the defections. They need confidence. A try from this would give them that.
Well, it'll be a good launching pad here. Hurricanes looked as though they weren't expecting a forward drive there, and they were well and truly caught short. So now the throw, stretching up as Funzale. This time the Hurricanes get the shove in first. Now the counter from the Stormers. Samuels holding it up beautifully, and to the line he goes and scores. The replacement hooker, Ramon Samuels, scores for the Stormers.
Well, they're under a penalty advantage. Glenn Jackson having a chat to the Hurricanes there now, taking the man in the air early. But don't worry about that. You see them take him while he's still in the air. They peel off. stick together. And Samuel's at the back there. Look at this, together, 3, 4, 5 of them. Stormers are back in this game.
Well, with a man in the bin as well, let's not forget. They've got a man in the bin and a player down, so this is absolutely superb effort from this pack, and what a moment for Samuels' first try on the back of a really well-worked set-piece play. Twice in a row, Nisbo, that the Hurricanes were caught short defending.
Yep, absolutely. Ramon Samuels will probably head back to the reserve bench in about 5 minutes.
I think the Hurricanes will be disappointed about that, because that's something they worked really hard when they played the Brumbies. A very strong line-out driving team. And I'd have thought the Stormers, with the big pack they have, are very, very strong at this as well.
Robert Dupria kicking at around 72% this season, and that will go up just a little as he converts the try scored by Ramon Samuels. 17-10 now with 28 minutes gone. Barrett's kickoff down to Nizam Carr, ridden down in the tackle of Fafita. Duvanaka for Dupria, and again not looking for the touchline, or if they're looking for it, missing altogether. Here's Adi Xavier heading off on a little bit of a sortie, lays it back for Perinara. Bowden Barrett hands it on. Riccatelli, good spot tackle. Khaleesi. Now Geordie Barrett away for Abbott. Pops it back for Perinara. Bowden Barrett flying back after it is Lades. Might still go quickly. Mbanambi still sits in the bin for another couple of minutes.
Interesting watching the defensive line of the Stormers now, because they've been caught out, I think it's fair to say, from 2 or 3 little kicks from Barrett, one from TJ Perinara. Just holding back a wee bit more, and they're using the passing game a little bit more, the Hurricanes.
Line out for de Klerk. Dupria not mucking around inside the 22, just want to get rid of it, and a good kick too. 10 minutes remaining until half time. Riccatelli again at Shields, in close, and a charging run. Perinara waits. Adi Xavier, good defence on him though. There's Perinara for Bowden Barrett. Laumapi, Geordie Barrett chiming in, takes it almost to the 22. Referee's playing advantage as Laumapi puts a little kick in. And it's against the Stormers. Ali Famak was the man penalised.
Cully again, Hurricanes using that front of the line out option. A really good ground made by Jeff Tumunga Allen as a ball carrier.
Well, you want defensively teams to be on the back foot, and that's when holes open up. Out wide here, you see, you get over that advantage line, get them going backwards.
Hey, that's not a match ball, so
a nice little running line there from Geordie Barrett.
I'm here.
You think, is this going to be a drive?
Well, Robert Dupria's in difficulty in the background as Abbott goes up.
Crossing.
And the Hurricanes penalised. Look, he's in real strife, isn't he? This will be a blow if they're talented number 10 was to have to leave. SP Murray then with the penalty kick.
Yeah, he's going on. Yeah.
Right, wholesale changes here, as you can see, in great discomfort, Robert Freer. So 23 goes on for him, Bjorn Basson. And, of course, we go back to the starting pack as well. So Mbanambi is going to throw to this line out, which now does include the number 6, Cobus Van Dijk.
Dylan Lades. I'm just waiting for Robert du Preez. He's walking with some difficulty from the field. You can see in the distance there. Untidy in Mbanambi, and he throws a loose pass too, and Lades has to tidy up. And Glenn Jackson was playing an advantage.
Contact in the air, and that's 4 penalties from the line out. Can't happen again.
So it was the Hurricanes interfering with the jumper while he was still in the air. And that's a good raking punt by SP Murray. And the night is over for Robert du Preez.
Understand, discipline.
This is where the injury happened. It was in the tackle of Geordie Barrett. He reels away in obvious difficulty. So over the top it goes, and brilliant play from Perenara. And here's Barrett showing his pace. Colby gets back, and he did well. Now he runs into Adi Savia. And it's been lost by the Stormers and snapped up instead by Tumunga Allen. Here comes the cross kick again, and Corey, no, it's Bowden, no, it's Jordan. Oh, blimey. Bowden Barrett to Jordan Barrett. 4 tries, he's got 2 of them tonight. You could see it coming a mile away.
Well, you certainly could, but take it back to TJ Perenara over the top of the line out, reading it well, understanding that probably Bowden Barrett is going to be chasing this. But a clean pair of heels there by Colby, but here the turnover in the ruck somewhere. And then the heads-up play once again. Bowden Barrett on to Jordan Barrett. 2 or 3 Hurricane players there ready to score.
Hasn't been the best night for Mbanambi, has it? He's been in the bin, and that throw was just pretty average to the back of the line out, because the Hurricanes were actually under a warning from Glenn Jackson about line out infringements, so they couldn't do anything about it. And remember how well the drive went last time for the Stormers? TJ Perenara gets them out of it, and the Barretts put the Stormers back in it.
Well, the goal kicking tonight has been very average. Might even see Bowden doing some goal kicking. So 22 points to 10 after Geordie Barrett scored his 2nd try, and we've got just over 4 minutes remaining in the first half. So now Cheslin Colby is going to be kicking off here. Good kick. Jane, though, gets up and claims it. Perenara stands over the ball. Riccatelli takes it outside the 22. Bowden Barrett again. Here comes Julian Savia. Nicely done by Lades, though. Couldn't get his pass off to Treby.
Well, that's interesting, Cully, because we'll just have to have a look now at the formation of the Stormers without their playmaker, their general du Preez. Does that mean Colby goes in and maybe Basson onto the left wing?
Just having a quick look here. Basson is an outstanding winger, of course. Abbott deflects quickly. Perenara slams it away downfield. Colby gets it up really high, and the Chase is good, but Perenara wins it and delivers to Beauden Barrett, who finds himself on the bottom of a ruck. Perenara fires it away to Geordie Barrett. Lades, Dylan Lades. Another kick and chase. Geordie Barrett got rid of it smartly to his brother. Now Beauden stepping round. Couldn't find anyone to pass it to. So there it is with Perenara. Geordie Barrett first receiver. Artie Savia to his brother Julian. Now Shields puts his head down. Makes it to the 10 metres line. Perenara. Geordie Barrett. Got the pass away, but it's been lost forward.
2 knocks, first goal.
Well, we came here expecting a lot of tries, and we've seen 5 so far in this first half.
The Stormers, they were standing up in defence. We've talked about how hard that crossfield kick is to defend, and there's been a few tries off that. But in general, I've been impressed. This inexperienced Stormers side is still well in this game.
Bind! Sit!
Scrum's gone down, and the referee's got a penalty against the Hurricanes.
1 down and in. Stay up.
Yep, I can never understand scrums. Smithy, one team 5 minutes ago dominates, and then 5 minutes later the other swaps.
Maybe they lost a wee bit of traction there, but they certainly were under a lot of pressure right from the outset there. And a great celebration amongst that Stormers front row. So close to half-time. They've decided to take an option of the 3 points, just to have a look at that shove there, and straight away you can see on this side Ben May just collapses on this side. So Murray is the new goal kicker for the Stormers.
Well, there we are. He's 100% so far this season. SP Murray. Distance not a problem, and flags are up. Very good kick indeed. And it's 22 points to 13. Half-time almost with us.
Yeah, and the sad side of Robert de Frere on the sideline over here, arm in a sling already. Tough night for him, as if the Stormers haven't had enough issues with injuries.
So Beauden Barrett kicks off, and the ball goes backwards, and bursting into the clear goes Khaleesi, showing real pace. Geordie Barrett lining him up. But what a run from Sia Khaleesi. Now, can the Stormers cash in just before half-time as Lades swings it away to Treby. Here is Murray, chased across and grabbed by Usso. Treby has it again. He's taken in the Riccatelli tackle. Coming for Duvenacher. Lades is the first receiver. Got it away for de Klerk. And it's there for Duvenacher once more. Chasing up was Laumapi. Now Duvenacher got it away to Treby. Here's Mbanambi. Lays it back. Real opportunity here for the Stormers, as we're well into referee time here at half-time. Taken down by Funsale. Duvenacher waits. Lades again. Hurricanes try to get in over the top. Not able to do so. And another penalty. Another penalty, so they could grab another 3 here and make it just a 6-point game at half-time. This one a little bit further out and on a different angle perhaps, but it should suit SP Murray.
Yeah, that's certainly taking the game to this Hurricane side. Sia Khaleesi, what a breakout from the Kick off there. Geordie Barrett having to go low on the big man.
Still 100%. SP Murray. And the kick. And the kick is good again. So 2 quick penalty goals by SP Murray. And the Stormers right back into it here at half-time, with the Hurricanes lead by 22-16. Right, let's go sideline. Jeff Wilson is with Corey Jane.
Well, CJ, you're ahead on the scoreboard, but this Stormers team, they will not go away. Some little things just letting you down.
Well, we knew they weren't going to go away. We talked about that all week, so discipline's letting us down. And they keep getting down the right field position and kicking some threes, so we've got to sharpen that up.
There seems to be plenty of space out there, and the kick is it's giving you great rewards.
Yeah, I guess a little bit of the carry clean is our problem. They're being physical over the ball, so they're putting us under pressure there, but the kicks are working well.
All right, get in there. Water on up. There it is. It's half-time here. Westpac Stadium. The Hurricanes leading the Stormers 22 points to 16.
Six-point game at half-time here in the capital city. Hurricanes ahead 22 points to 16. And there have been 5 tries scored in the first half. And the first one resulting from a charge down. And then watch again as Beauden Barrett weaves the magic with the boot. And Corey Jane on a great angle, unopposed. And he scores. And then it's the Barrett show again.
Yeah, the ball popped out the back there. TJ Perenara takes the kick option here, and you think the Stormers have covered it. But Geordie Barrett's got something else to say about that. Gets the try just before the dead ball line.
Next try, again it's the cross kick. Julian Savia, some great work here by SP Murray. He held on as long as he made 2 tackles. But back it went to Julian Savia, who got himself off the ground very quickly, and he scored. And another kick, yet another kick. And Geordie Barrett goes sailing in again. So the 4 tries scored by the Hurricanes. And, well, they lost a player to the bin. It was their hooker, Mbanambi. So he got a yellow, but it didn't stop the Stormers. They got down the other end, and this is an irrepressible forward drive. They went backwards initially, and it's the reserve hooker, Ramon Samuels. And there was nothing the Hurricanes could stop that. And that was a terrific try, given they only had 14 players at the time. So the sole try scored by the Stormers in the first half. Now let's have a look at the stats.
Yeah, well, everything's pretty even here. The one that stands out for me, though, the Stormers, time in opposition 22, 3 minutes 06. So they're playing in the right part of the field and putting this Hurricanes team under pressure and making them play out of their own 22.
15 penalties in the first half. Let's go sideline there, Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, thanks, Nisbo. Well, Kelly talked about the amount of time that the Hurricanes have not spent in the opposition 22. I've been impressed with this Stormers team in this first half. They focused very much during the week, preparing themselves for the last 10 minutes before half-time. They took all of the momentum into the change room, knowing the fact that they could keep this game close. They conceded a number of tries. Their defence late in halves let them down. They've run off this park here at Westpac Stadium with the belief that they can come well and truly back into this game. For the Hurricanes, there have been moments of brilliance. We all accept that. And it's a freakish show from the Barrett brothers. But in the end, they haven't created a lot. They've turned over a bit of possession, haven't played the game in the right parts of the ground. So the pressure will be on them at 22 points to 16. This is anybody's game right now.
Thank you, Jeff. So there we are. We've got a lot to look forward to in the second half. The Hurricanes leading at the break by 22 points to 16. Week 11 of Super Rugby opening up here in Wellington tonight. The Canes against the Stormers, 22 points to 16. Stormers coach Robbie Fleck standing by with Ian Smith.
Robbie, you'd be encouraged with the way they finished that half in particular. It's been one of your failings lately, so encouraged?
Yeah, absolutely, Smithy. I think the last 10 minutes in the previous games have obviously let us down where we've leaked a few points, but our game management is much better tonight, and we've got some ascendancy in some of those mauls and scrums, so we've got to box smart in the second half and not let them in early.
And defend those Barrett kicks.
Yeah, look, they're obviously catching us with those, but I think that we'll get them covered in the second half.
Good on you. All the best. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Robbie Fleck, himself a great player for the Springboks. Right, second half with Beauden Barrett kicking off for the Hurricanes. 6-point gain. And nicely taken in by Van Dijk. They'll make a tidy start here. The Stormers, they certainly finished the first half in very good fashion. Lades goes for a run and almost skipped his way through. In fact, he's still going. Took 3 or 4 finally to get him down. Good strong run. Now the little dab through by Colby, and into touch it goes.
Well, that was a nice start there. You hear Robbie Fleck telling his players they've got to box smart there. Lovely run there from Lades. Breaking tackles.
Riccatelli throws, Abbott wins. Perenara to Beauden Barrett. Adi Savia has been pretty well looked after tonight. Perenara to Geordie Barrett, changing direction. Now here is Shields. Drops it off to Julian Savia. And the player over the ball did really well, Ali Fermark. A lot of penalties in the game, I think 15 in the first half. So a good start here for the Stormers.
Yeah, they're doing all the little things very, very well, aren't they? Nice and strong over the ball. They're very happy about that, aren't they? They're back into the position where they like, into the Hurricanes. 22.
So the line-out throw claimed by de Klerk. Hurricanes holding firm this time. Now they're getting a bit of momentum going. Imbanambi. They're swirling around all over the place. Now the ball drops loose. Colby taken by Gibbons. Duvenacker away for Treby. Duvenacker again. Khaleesi makes some ground. Now Lades, who started well. Imbanambi slipped out of one and then lost the ball in the tackle.
Up on tackle.
Well, it was building very nicely.
It certainly was building, breaking tackles, building phases. This Hurricane side seems like they're still on the bye week, and the Stormers, we know the Stormers side can play. They did beat the Chiefs.
Time's off.
Missing some of their big guns, but man, this team putting it to the Hurricane side.
I wouldn't mind betting that he goes to the bench pretty early, Chris Boyd, because his bench players were out very, very early in the second half in terms of the half time. They really came out and had a really concerted sort of breakdown there. So I just wonder whether he'll, because of that bye week and that sleepy finish to the first half, whether he'll go bench quickly.
Bind! Sit!
Good initial push there by the Stormers. So Beauden Barrett runs it out, drops the little kick in, and he was well and truly inside the 22. I think the players all thought simply because he didn't put much hoof into it.
The thing, I'm not too sure what that play was about, whether he was looking for Julian Severe down the left side there, or he was actually trying to put it out.
Mbanambi. Finding de Klerk. Now Treby hands it off to Fillion. There it is again. Mbanambi puts the head down. Now Duvanaka swings it away. Lades almost got into a gap. Two forwards, but Riccatelli closed it down pretty quickly. Khaleesi's had a very good game. Now carried up by Chris Van Sale. Cobus van Dijk. Lades swings it wide. Mbanambi has popped up on the left wing this time. Down he goes. Now Carr. Duvanaka. Trying to get on the outside of Abbott was Van Sale. The referee had the arm out though. Now here's the run from Bjorn Basson.
High tackle. High tackle.
High tackle. Here's the call.
Got a number, Ben?
Well, they're pointing at the post, but it's an interesting one. Gee, they've got the wood on this Hurricane side at the moment. If I was captain.
Problem there for Callum Givens on the right shoulder by the look of things. Yeah, I've conceded 10 penalties, but they might have conceded the last 5 or 6 in a row, the Hurricanes as well. So just wondering whether Glenn Jackson's going to have a word or two to TJ Perenara and maybe go to the pocket at some stage if it continues.
Just make sure we stop on the ball, not right past it.
Struck the last 2 kicks just before half-time beautifully, did SP Murray. Up it goes again, and yep, another good kick. So 3 penalties in a row, kicked by SP Murray, and it's 22 points to 19.
And to the bench go the Hurricanes. First man is Chris Eves, and 17 for Ben May.
Barrett's restart. Taken by Van Dijk. Not held in the tackle of Eves, who was all enthusiasm getting up there. And once again, a Hurricanes player has been penalised, and it's Fafita. Murray's penalty kick. So the last 5 penalties conceded by the Hurricanes. Well, Fafita was the man caught lying over the ball. So Mbanambi to throw. Taken down by Van Sale. He's been told to use it. Oh no. Golden possession wasted. That will be really annoying for the Stormers forwards.
It certainly was someone's hand got through there from the Hurricane, because you thought the ball was at the back, ready to be used from the Stormers. It's a nice throw in, nice setup. You see the ball at the back. Fafita, he's got his hands through there.
Tumunga Allen in there too with the left arm.
And then a discussion ensued. Terry Black on the bench tonight.
Find! Sit!
Blindside for Perenara. And off he goes. He tries to bounce out of the tackle of Colby, who stood fast, and now a boot through. Snapped up by Bowden Barrett. Well and truly dealt to, but he's held up nicely. Now Tuamanga Allen. Here's Geordie Barrett. Looking to offload, and he pops the pass across to Riccatelli. He wasn't sure whether to pass or not. Decided against it in the finish.
No, you were on the ball.
Players coming and going in all directions. Very untidy at the moment. And Eves has knocked on the pass thrown to him by Tuamanga Allen. And the Stormers swarming all over the Hurricanes and making it very difficult to get those offloads going.
Yeah, they are swarming, and they're coming forward defensively as a unit and just putting the hits on. Frustrating. This Hurricane side just can't string phases together at the moment, which is usually the strength of their game.
2 breakdowns in a row where they were disruptive, and actually the kick through put Bowden Barrett under pressure, and then the second one, of course, was also there. But just have a look at Geordie Barrett and the sublime skills, Nisbo, that must be making a lot of guys in higher places think very seriously about him.
Yes, you'd think so. Well, this was a staggering try, this one. And then on the end of a Bowden Barrett kick.
Change for the Hurricanes. You can see Callum Gibbons coming off. Reed Prinsep is on, and jersey number 20.
So Adi Savia probably go to the side, you'd think. Yep, and Prinsep to the back. Islanders playing in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Friday night game in Bloemfontein. It's the Cheetahs.
Sit.
So Duvenaka. Pretty useful Stormer scrum tonight. It's been very good. It's on the march again, and it's another penalty.
Turn around, stay straight. You got the penalty.
Jan de Klerk feeling pretty pleased about the things.
And Murray's come forward, he's got the ball. And the way he is kicking, this is another 3-pointer. But the scrum, they've been powerful, haven't they, the Stormers pack?
Yeah, it's been sorted, yeah.
Well, to be fair, they haven't had a lot to cheer about, have they? Conceded 57 points in their first 2 outings over here, and now they are in the game, boots and all.
Very much. And if this goes over, it's 22 each. Over it goes. 4th consecutive penalty, and it's 22 apiece. Let's go to Smithy.
I'm thinking that surely they're got to be under a very close warning now, the Hurricanes, in this place. 16,488. That's 6 penalties in a row they've conceded.
Okay, so the kickoff taken down by Lades, and he didn't get too much distance on that. So Shields off the top. So Perinara. Julian Savia takes it hard into contact. Perinara goes short, but it breaks down. Tidying up was Fafita. Referee's got the arm out in favour of the Hurricanes this time as Eves goes downfield. Now Adi Savia. Abbott trying the more direct route. Yes, Perinara away for Bowden Barrett. Now Laumapi. Not a good pass. So had to reach back for it.
Number 6 playing the man on the ground.
And the
Number
penalty
6.
against Cobus van Dijk. Well, the Hurricanes might having to start goal kicking. They haven't landed one for about a month. They've only kicked 3 penalties all season.
Well, Bowden's got the ball, and it looks like he's going for the corner.
So nothing's changed. The last penalty they kicked was against the Reds in Brisbane.
Well, their own defence of the line out and the maul has been poor, the Hurricanes, so maybe now let's spark them into something off their own situation here. With the Artie Severe at halfback, it looks like that's where they're going to direct it.
So Riccatelli to get the throw right. Prinsep wins it. And now they set it up through Riccatelli. Penalty coming the way of the Hurricanes. He'll play an advantage though. And the ball lost.
7 on the side. 7 on the side.
Penalty against the captain, Khaleesi. So this will be another kick and another line out. So the throwing from Riccatelli tonight has been good. Now they're having a big discussion about what they're going to do here. Once again, Artie Savia goes in at halfback. So Riccatelli, again it's Prinsep. Held in the back by Fafita, now Riccatelli. Joined by Eves. And now the charge comes. Stormers doing well though, holding it up. Ball's lost forward. And the Stormers have repelled them. What a great effort. And they are pumped.
Yeah, they certainly are, but it's the mass to try and move the Stormers pack around. They're big men. We've talked about it. Their confidence is on a high at this stage. A lot of people wrote this team off before this game, but they are standing up to the challenge.
Let's go.
Ball lost forward by Tumunga Allen. Right, so a scrum on their own line.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Right, Duvanaka to feed the scrum. And the Hurricanes win one. And are they pumped?
Never seen so much posturing in a game of rugby, to be fair. Slightly heavier handbags this time round.
Yeah.
It's just the posturing between the two sides. The net result is the Hurricanes will have another crack.
Even Julian Savia getting involved.
Well, the way this game's going, that's going to change as well, probably in the next 5 minutes.
So we're back to a line out, one would imagine. Well, there is a fair bit of nonsense going on, isn't there? So back we go. Riccatelli. Oh, he had to tip it. Prinsep. They were challenged at the lineouts. So Perinara ready to feed it up to Abbott. Trying to spin his way out of tackles, but they have been very staunch in defence in close quarters. Perenara looking for runners. Finds Fafita. Now Perenara swings it away for Bowden Barrett. Back to Laumapi. Ball is there for Adi Savia. Driven back in a good tackle. Mbanambi. Now Riccatelli. They're not going anywhere here. If anything, backwards. There it is for Perenara. He slips it to Eves. Boy, this is physical. And the Stormers are right in it. Abbott. Perenara cleans it out. Now Bowden Barrett away for Arso. For Jane. Corey Jane. Held up in the tackle, but releases for Perenara. Riccatelli off to Bowden Barrett. Fafita. Chased down and taken by Van Dijk. Ball claimed. And that'll be a penalty. Perenara got his hands on the ball.
Yeah, it was out, but 9 was on his feet.
Boy, this is classic stuff, this is.
You get the feeling the Hurricanes, they're not quite on their game. You see passes going backwards. They're not as crisp as clean as what they usually are. But that, I think, is put down to the pressure the Stormers side is putting on them.
Yeah, Perenara did well there to recover a dicey situation again at the breakdown. They were getting monster again, the Hurricanes. Changed in the front row for the Stormers. Try scorer already. Ramon Samuels back on for good now for Mbanambi.
So Riccatelli to throw again. Fafita. Somehow it fell for Abbott. Almost went wrong. Perenara slips it across the Shields. He gets some good momentum going. Now Perenara up for Bowden Barrett. Short for Laumapi. Knocked it on. And the Stormers back in possession. Carried upfield by de Klerk. Duvenaka. The advantage is gone as Khaleesi takes it up. Now the kick. Lined up by Geordie Barrett. And away he goes. Oh, and Julian Savia was expecting it. Back on the cut, and he's knocked it on. And they were well off song. They are well off song.
Yeah, they certainly are, but you can take that back to when Bowden Barrett running with Arso and Laumapi. And it's the Stormers' defensive line. They're coming up nice and hard and making the hits and not giving this Hurricanes backline any space at all.
Well, there was a misunderstanding here. Julian Savia thought about cutting back, but Geordie Barrett wasn't aware of it. Bongi Mbanambi played really well. He had 10 minutes in the bin, but other than that, a top-class effort.
Fine! Sit!
So Duvenaka waiting to get it in.
Down, reset. Shoulder. Here. Just wait for the balls in. Yep, just do that.
Keep going. Let's go. Squad. Let's go.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Another big Hurricane scrum. Quickly taken by Perenara. He's off. Now he gives it off to Bowden Barrett. Hurricanes looking for quick ball. Laumapi feeds it up for Adi Savia. One or two of the Stormers forwards still getting back. Perenara is going to work the blind side with Julian Savia. Now here is brother Adi charging on. It's there for Perenara. Goes wide for Bowden Barrett. Now Laumapi. Nice tackle by centre three-quarter Phil Ewan. As Geordie Barrett slings it off for Eves. Almost slipped his way through. Wasn't held, got up and carried on. Now it's swung back. And here is Russell. Hurricanes getting close and the ball is down with Laumapi. Another try for Nani Laumapi.
Yeah, you can take it back to this scrum here. Massive scrum here from the Hurricanes. Penalty, TJ Perenara, quick thinking, the quick tap, and then the recycled ball. Not a traditional try for Laumapi with the metre out, but he'll take this here. Assault takes the gap initially, almost gets there, and then the pick and go. Laumapi's in there to help his mate out, and spins and twists and goes over.
Another great tackle for Khaleesi, wasn't it, on Assault? But to be fair, Hurricanes just demonstrating why they are so dangerous, and TJ Perenara provided the spark for it. They can look be down and out, disorganised, too emotive, forgetting their core work, and then all of a sudden they just kick into gear, and it costs you dearly.
This has been a weakness tonight, the goal kicking. So here's Geordie Barrett. They're charging at him, and he's not going to bring it back. So that's an unconverted try to give the Hurricanes a 5-point lead. And Chris Eves taking a big mark in the scrum.
Changes all round for the Stormers as well. You got 18 for 3, so that's Ollie Kebbell on for Vilko Low. Also JD Schickling on, and jersey number 19 for Van Sale.
Colby kicks off. Abbott can't control it. Geordie Barrett has to tidy up. Now Perenara, back it goes to Bowden Barrett. And he makes sure that it's well and truly over the touchline.
Changes for the Hurricanes as well. 16 for 2, so Riccatelli makes way for Lenny Apasai, and Ben Lamb in 23 for Corey Jane. And also Khaleesi, who's had a huge night, is gone, so Notcher in jersey 20 for Khaleesi.
Khaleesi has been fantastic. Perenara works it away for Bowden Barrett. Now Assault couldn't get his pass away, but oh, what's that? Laumapi and Adi Savia scores the try.
Only problem, was there an offside? Was he in front of the kick, Laumapi?
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well, Smithy. What a piece of skill anyway from Geordie Barrett.
Okay, so we've got a try. I just want to check the kick from 15 where the 12 was onside.
Cully, where's your money?
Well, I think he's in front. He's in front.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's looking across too. You think he might have. It's tempting though, isn't it?
Hurricanes have seen it. They're going back.
Glenn,
Yeah.
12 was in front of 15 when he kicked the ball.
Okay, thanks. no try, offside.
Well, I think that's probably one of the only times in this game that Arsenal has actually found a bit of space in the open. And you can see what he can do there. If that pass had gone to hand, might have been a different story. Just very, very tempting, wasn't it, for Mapi to take that.
So, 13 minutes remaining in the game.
Changes again. Hurricanes 19 for 5. So that's James Blackwell for Fafita. And for the Stormers, they're going to go 21 for 13. And that'll be, I know, Fair Mark in jersey 21 for EW Fillion.
So the throw from Samuels has been won by de Klerk. And they've got some very good value out of these rolling mauls tonight. Still making some ground. And remaining upright. This is looking good.
No, play on.
Now the ball carry just gets a little isolated, but he gets a penalty nonetheless.
He can go through, but he can't collapse it.
Certainly like a boxing bout, and one person gets the upper hand and the other team counter punches back. But this Stormers side, man, beast of a forward pack. Thinking they need to go to the corner here and have another crack at it.
So, this has been an effective weapon.
Time off. So make sure, you know, someone's in the bin if they do it again on the ball. Okay, so time off, you're going to tell? Time's off. Time's off. Okay, don't more win the ball. Time on.
Right, time on. So Ramon Samuels. Up goes Van Dijk. Stormers again have got it going here. And down to the ground they go.
He's in the bin. He's just said it.
Collapsing the ball.
Well, it's Brad Shields who's going to the bin. And it's a collapse maul. So that makes it even harder now because they've got to defend with one less player.
Well, you heard Glenn Jackson, referee, tell TJ Perenara to tell his forwards if it happens again, one will be going to the bin. So it's very, very hard to defend when you know that situation. Brad Shields thought he was in the right here, but he's taken that maul down.
So the line out won by Schickerling. Hurricanes got the initial shove on.
Stay on.
There it is for the Stormers. And the ball's been lost in the tackle.
Drop the ball on the ground.
Nocci is not quite so sure, but it did appear to go to ground in the tackle.
Well, regardless of the end of this match, and at this stage, you say the Stormers are a real chance to win it. Robbie Fleck has got to be given a bit of credit for turning this around. This was a nightmare the first 2 weeks, and this is in a sterling performance. They are worth every bit of this, the Stormers. And you've got to feel too that this Hurricane scrum down a man is going to be under severe pressure, Cully, right now.
I was just going to say that. They have the scrum, but they're not out of the woods yet.
TJ Perenara captaining the team tonight. Another pretty lively sort of performance. That little kick resulted in a try for Geordie Barrett. Creating
telling me
himself a
sometimes
penalty
you do
there.
something illegal.
He just reads the game so well, doesn't he, around the pitch, taking the quick taps. Eyes up rugby. It's been a tough night though with the Stormers pack all over him physically. But here now the Hurricanes under pressure. Brad Shields there sitting on the sideline.
Which number's coming off?
Stormers just try to sort out who's coming and who's going.
Well, they had a problem at a blood bin for Sean Treby, who's got his head with a bandage on it now, so they're just sorting out that midfield, and you might think that he might be quite handy here, close to the line. Offensively, he'll be picking his man.
Right, so Perenara. Oh, it's come on the other side. Here's an opportunity as Duvanaka. An old-fashioned tight head. Well, he's got a free kick now.
Behind the ball in tunnel.
Oh.
I was going to say, you don't see that too often, Smithy, the old tight head, but there's a reason for that.
Was there a hand in there, was there?
I think there's a little foot kicking it back. Tried to do it the blind side of the referee, but the old light touchman on the other side got him.
It's only a free kick, so it'll still be the Stormers' line out.
Yeah, they pretty much had it, didn't they?
Yeah.
They just had another shunt forward.
Samuel's in to throw. Going to try and put another drive on here. Boy, it's worked well for them tonight. So that's one gone, and still marching inside the 22. Where is the ball? That is the question. Right, there it is for Carr. He will release. Still 14 men, remember, the Hurricanes. There's the 5-metre line.
Stay on! Own man.
Happy to use the brute strength. Now they're going to use the back line. Ducks under one tackle, does, and the ball's gone lost. Perenara gave it off to Aso. Now Perenara sends it wide. And Ben Lamb struggles a few metres downfield. Perenara slings it off to Bowden Barrett. Goes with a wiper's kick for Julian Savia. And he skins his man. And off goes Julian Savia. On a wild sprint. Lades ran him down. Loud Marpee. Unbelievable. From their own goal line.
Well, the Hurricanes were doing it tough on their own line defensively. And the one opportunity, the turnover, and once again, the Bowden Barrett cross kick. How often are we going to see this? But look at this, Severe out there by himself, runs over the top of the Stormers player. Not quite the pace, but the offload, and here in support cannot stop Laumapi.
Well, you look at the positioning of Colby. He was too deep. Barrett saw that. Schickerling was the last defender that he had to kick the ball over the top of. Once he cleared him, the understanding, the vision, and the end result was just unbelievable. And that is why they are so lethal, the Hurricanes, under the pump, looking like they're going to concede the lead. to a side playing really well at set-piece time, break it open with 14 men. Great vision, and a kick goes over.
Ngani Laumapi, 11 tries for the season. He takes over the lead. And it came off this run by Julian Savia. Lade showed great pace to run him down. But Laumapi, who's been there or thereabouts all year, picks up try number 11 and goes to the top of the list ahead of his teammate Vince Aso.
Perenara makes way for Titueroa. Kahuriorangi in jersey number 21, and also Jeff Tumunga Allen makes way for Mike Kainga, 18.
So a 12-point buffer, as nobody in particular tried to grab it, and in fact there's been a penalty.
Yeah, and they'll take the wind out of the Stormers' sails for sure. On the Hurricanes line, pounding away, looking to get their own 5-pointer, and then it just turns around.
6 tries to 1. Remember, the Hurricanes missed a lot of kicks in the first half. But it's not a true indication, is it? 6 tries to 1.
Well, not on the scoreline. The Stormers have certainly stood up and caused this Hurricane side a few issues. Of course, the ill-discipline.
Apasai in there now at hooker. There is Laumapi, who's sprung into life in the second half. And a penalty this time goes the way of the Stormers.
Clean out round the neck.
Too late to kick for goal now, so they've got to set it up.
18 round the neck.
They deserve at least a bonus point out of this. Oh no. Oh dear. In his great haste, SP Murray, to get it into the corner, he's made a right hash of it.
And he's had a pretty faultless game until that point, to be fair. He's kicked goals, he's taken over some of the playmaking from Dupree. They lost him, of course, in the first half. And that is about the first genuine mistake he's made. It opens up Cully, yet another dangerous opportunity midfield.
Well, the old midfield scrums.
Sorry, Tom.
I guess Julian Sevilla, he's on the side of the scrum,
Okay,
so...
which one? Fullback. Oh.
Adding his bulk
Okay.
to this Hurricanes pack, while Brad Shields is still sitting on the sideline.
He's got a couple of minutes to go.
It's after 15 minutes. Tom on. Just go back a bit, please. Thanks. So don't go there.
Tahuri Rangi in place of Perenara.
Fine! Sit!
Scrum creaking, but holding on. Prinsep. Tahuri Rangi puts the little dab in, and it falls nicely for Adi Savia. Showing his great strength. He's been ripped. The ball's been ripped away, though. Here is Murray. Got a nice pass off, but into touch goes Basson.
No, ball's clearly ripped. Play on.
Couple of minutes remaining as Apasai. That's not straight. Nowhere near straight.
Scrum.
Well, time's going to run out for the Stormers side to take this match, but they should be extremely proud of their efforts here to put this Hurricane side under enormous pressure. I think once these guys get back to the Republic, they're going to be very, very tough.
Hurricanes' next game, of course, against the Crusaders in Christchurch. Much anticipated one that'll be. In the meantime, of course, the Crusaders have to play the Bulls in Pretoria.
Off the knee.
Ball has gone off the knee, but it's been snapped up by Bowden Barrett. He finds Reed Prinsep. And down he goes in a solid tackle to Huriarangi for Lamb. He's swarming in over the top. The Stormers. To Huriarangi again for Adi Savia. Now Geordie Barrett releases and Abbott charges into open spaces and releases up to Eves.
New advantage from the side.
Playing another advantage.
On the side.
And there's been a lot of penalties in this game. Let's have a look. 30 overall. Hurricanes have conceded 16 and now the Stormers 14. But, of course, the referee can only play what's in front of him. They've gone with a scrum. They've got their 8th man back, of course, with Brad Shields. Well, the Hurricanes have averaged 7 tries per game this season. They might like to see if they can keep the average up as the hooter goes. So Huriarangi, he gets it in. Prinsep off the back, but it's fairly slow and laboured ball. Abbott. Ball swung away by Blackwell for Ussel. So Huriarangi gets there, offloads for Blackwell. The referee's got the arm out again. Playing an advantage the Hurricanes' way. Abbott. Flat pass. As Savia runs onto it, they take the penalty.
Penalty here or there? Your choice.
So Bowden Barrett surveys the options. And they're going to go for the line out. Just over 16,000 in attendance tonight. Hurricanes on a fairly lengthy winning streak at home. This will be the 11th straight win at home. Here is Julian Savia. Still with the ball. Huriarangi. Away it goes for Apasai. Huriarangi again. Bowden Barrett. They do get their 7th try. Scored by Bowden Barrett.
It was a nice little tricky line-out move, and then the phases, and then Bowden Barrett, the nice little step, and off the mark. He's pretty hard to stop from that close.
Well, it's a cruel game if you're a Stormers, isn't it? Because they've been in this for 77 minutes. It looked like they were going to take the lead in that 77th minute, and now they're going to find themselves on the back of about a 19-point margin. But the Hurricanes showing time and time again how ruthless they are, and they have the last say in this boat.
Yes, they did, Smithy. They scored those tries late. Remember, the Stormers got it back to 22 each. But then Laumapi twice and Bowden Barrett have put it beyond doubt. So the Hurricanes take maximum points out of the game once again. and they put away the Stormers by 41 points to 22. Crowd of just over 16,000 at the stadium in Wellington tonight to witness the Hurricanes scoring the 11th consecutive win on home territory. But it was a very difficult assignment for them. They led 22-16 at half-time. They got home by 41 points to 22. And I'm sure relief more than anything. Let's hear from TJ Perenara with Jeff Wilson.
Well, TJ, it took 77 minutes to put away a Stormers team that, I suppose, from the last 2 weeks, tonight was very, very good. Your summation of the game?
Yeah, mate, they come out and they had a point to prove tonight. I think they got a lot of unjust press for the last couple of weeks, and we all know the Stormers and how good they are, and they showed that tonight. I think they did a very good job in playing the game that they wanted to play, and they frustrated us a little bit, and I think they got a big season ahead of them, and no doubt that they'll be there in the back end of the season and going to spoil a few teams, I think.
You scored some great tries tonight, took some great opportunities, but it was particularly in that middle part of that second half. Your forward pack needed to stand up, particularly at scrum time. It really fought your way back into this game. Yeah,
I think so. We went into the shed at halftime, and I think our forwards were a little bit disappointed. As backs, we know how tough it is for those guys, and none of us, I guess, get paid to do that sort of job. And the forwards, they come out and they said to us they're going to make a mark in the second half, and I think they did a great job of fighting their way back and creating a little bit of dominance here for us. And when we get good ball, we back ourselves, and the boys took a lot of opportunities out there, and that's how we want to play. So big credit to our forwards. Yes, we didn't do things the way we wanted to for a small part of that game, but they fought hard and they came back and they laid a platform for us so we could do what we do.
Oh, well done. Good luck this week.
Cheers, bro. Thank you very much.
And so you're coming. It wasn't the result you were looking for, but you talked before the game about characters, about your team, and that was an improved performance, and that was more like a couple of weeks ago against the Chiefs.
Yeah, yes. I mean, we couldn't fit everything in 1 week, you know. All I asked the boys was to work great and physicality, and we showed it the first half and the last couple of minutes, you know. When you come to New Zealand, you can't have safe moments. As you can see, they tried in scoring. And we've been playing really good rugby, and then we make one mistake, they go for 80-meter tries, you know. And you know what, I've learned more in these past 4 games that we've lost than the 6 games that we won on tour. And the only thing I would love for the boys is that they learned from this tour, you know. I was hoping we get home as a better team, and I think we learned a lot this last week.
Look, it's almost a missed opportunity tonight, but travel safe, enjoy your week off, and look forward to the Blues when you get home.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Yes, and well, how good was Sia Kalesi tonight? He was fantastic. And there's Robbie Fleck. They didn't get the result they wanted, but they showed some real heart and determination as they tried to erase memories of the previous 2 weeks. Let's have a look at the New Zealand Conference now as it stands. Crusaders, everyone's played 9 games now, and the Crusaders, the only unbeaten team in the competition, and of course they have the Bulls in Pretoria on Sunday morning New Zealand time. And in the African One Conference, well, the Stormers came away with nothing in the end tonight. At one stage there, they looked as if they could win, then maybe grab a bonus point. Well, they didn't get either of those two, so their record of 6 wins and 4 losses, but well clear of the Bulls. The Cheetahs and the Sunwolves make up the remainder of that Africa One Conference. So let's have a look at the rundown of the scorers tonight. The Hurricanes got 7 tries in the finish, 7 tries to 1. 2 for Laumapi, taking him to the top of the list. He's got 11. Last year, Israel Folau got 11 all year and was top. Geordie Barrett got 2, Beauden Barrett, Julian Sarver and Corey Jane. The goal kicking left a lot to be desired. And replacement hooker Ramon Samuels scored a try. Dupria, while he was on the field, got 2 for 2, and Murray 4 from 4. So 41 points to 22, the final score as the Stormers head home, and the Hurricanes look forward to next week against the Crusaders. So 41 points to 22.